Hey everyone, it's Karen. This is day 7 on WW, so almost finished with my first week. I'm sitting here doing some meal planning for next week, so I'm going to talk about that here in a second. I've got Journey going in the background. That's kind of my go-to music. I have Alexa playing it just to kind of get me pumped up and ready to put some time into this. I'm going to turn her off though for a second. Alexa, pause. Just in case you can't hear me. But I have everything laid out here, but I did want to tell you last night I went out for Mexican food. I did have the chicken fajitas, no problem at all. I tracked it. I will probably put a picture of it in here. I didn't eat all the stuff they put on the side, like they put, a ton of stuff on the side. And but that's okay. That doesn't appeal to me anyway. But I had the chicken tortillas and a glass of wine and chicken tortillas, did I say that? Chicken fajitas, 1 tortilla and a glass of wine. I was fine. It was great. And I still could come home and have a little bit of a dessert, which were my little Teddy Grahams that I've been hooked on this week. So it was perfect. But today is Saturday, and I'm going to start planning for the next week. And I'm going to be able to put together a grocery list off of this. Everything I have here, I have everything from my iPad where I'm watching some recipe ideas. I have a shopping list I'm putting together. I have a little sheet or a little booklet that I'm putting some recipes I'm finding online and writing some of those down. But my big thing was I just got it yesterday. I ordered a meal planner through Amazon, and I'm really excited to start using it. When I lost a lot of weight on WW before, I really attribute a lot of it to my planning, because there was no, what am I going to have for dinner kind of day, which was typical. It's always typical when I'm gaining weight. It's like, okay, then I just reach for this closest thing or the easiest thing. But when I plan it out, it just takes so much stress off of everything, not just WW, but it just is like, oh, I already know what I'm having. I know what I'm planning. But the thing I liked about this meal planner, I'm not affiliated, of course, with it in any way, shape, or form, but I was looking through them. I like it, one, because it's not dated, so I could skip a day and I'm not, wasting a sheet of paper. So I can just put the date up here in the corner. And then I liked it because it had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then I was trying to figure out what this MP meant. I think it means meal planning. But it's just little notes on the side, which are kind of nice as well. I could even put a grocery list here, but there's a space in the back, I think it's in the back, where you can put items and how much they cost, all that kind of stuff. But I know I'm just going to stick probably with this meal plan initially. And I do like, again, that it has breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It'll help me out. I'm starting with the dinners, and then I'm hoping to be able to add some lunch items in as I go along. I don't want to try to do everything at one time early on. I'm still getting used to getting back on WW, but the planning will be critical for me. I'm heading out of town towards the end of this coming week, so I won't be planning for that because I have no idea where we're going to be going or anything like that. But I'm not too worried about that, just because I've traveled a lot on WW and I can always find something. But when I'm here, I like to cook a lot at home and kind of control things a little bit easier for me. And I like to know what is exactly in the item that I'm making or eating. So that helps me a lot by cooking, even if it's just something that I picked up and I didn't really make, but I picked up and I could, scan it and track it. I can put it in here, and that's so helpful. But that's what my plan is. So dinner went great last night. I'm planning this morning, going to tea this afternoon, so that'll be fun. I didn't have much at all. I'm trying to think even what I ate this morning early. I don't think I had, whatever it was very small points, because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have at tea. I've done this tea before, and they're little finger sandwiches, but they can add up, and tea is typically fine, but then they bring all these desserts, so I'm going to have to be careful with that. I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm just going to track it, and as the best of my ability, I guess I should say, because they don't have nutritional information on each of these things, so I'm just going to do my best and enjoy it. And that's going to be better than if I wasn't on WW, to be honest, because I would have just said, oh, yeah, I'll have as much as I want, and I'll try all these desserts. And I really don't need to do that to feel satisfied, and I'm really doing it just for the experience. So that's what I'm hoping to achieve today, just have a good time with my husband and my daughter before she goes back to school. It's just a fun thing we usually do during the holidays. So that is it. I will give you another update and tell you how everything has gone today. Hi there, it's Karen. I'm trying a little something different in the car with a little, I don't know, holder for my phone up there. May fall off the dash, who knows. But I wanted to give you an update. It's officially now day 8 on WW. I have made it through the first week, so I won't do these updates probably daily. I'll give you updates occasionally. But I wanted to let you know how yesterday went with the tea, and then I had a little a blip last night, so I'll have to tell you about that. But basically, right now I'm on my way to the grocery store, because I made that list yesterday with meal planning. So I'm definitely determined to get that in place. So I have to run to the grocery store. I think I'm probably going to run to Walmart just because of a recipe I saw online by Louise Lane. If you haven't looked at her channel, it's great. She has lots of recipes, and she did one with Walmart breadsticks, cheese breadsticks, and she cut them in the middle and then put some 0-point marinara sauce, some turkey pepperoni, and some cheese on top. So I'm going to go there to get some of that and some other things as well. So anyway, that's where I am headed right now this Sunday morning. It's beautiful here in Arizona. It's 61 degrees. It's really nice. I couldn't ask for better weather, which is why we moved here for this time of year. But anyway, so yesterday we went to the tea. It was actually at the Phoenician resort, for those of you who might be familiar. Very, very nice resort, very nice tea. We usually do it right during Christmas, and just couldn't get a reservation in during Christmas, because if you don't do it the first week, it's open for reservations for that time period. Or the first day really, you just don't get in. So we waited till after Christmas to do it. It was still a lot of fun. They had Christmas decorations still up. It was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed it. It was beautiful. But I have to tell you, I tracked it the best of my ability. There were finger sandwiches that were so good, but they were little, with egg salad, fantastic. Chicken salad, asparagus, try to think, little round sandwiches with cucumbers on them. There's salmon, which I wasn't wild about. I'm trying to think. I tried to really limit that because I knew what was coming. They have scones. And you guys, these scones are to die for. I mean, to die for. They're wonderful. One is cranberry, and the other, I think, is like a, I don't know if it's buttermilk, I can't remember. All I know is it's really good. It's just kind of plain, but it's really good, and they have all these little toppings for it. Devonshire cream. I can't remember. There was a lemon something, and I don't know. I mean, it was crazy. And then after that, they give you these little desserts of like shortbread cookies, all these chocolate eclairs, all this stuff. It's nuts. And of course, lots of tea. So I had lots of tea, which, was not bad at all, because I didn't add any cream or sugar to any of it. They really didn't need it. And then I had a few sandwiches. I had one of each of those scones. And then the desserts, I had 2 tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces of dessert. Sorry, this traffic is just a little crazy this morning at this intersection. And I could have done so much worse there, because they want to give you one of each, and I said no. But I tracked it, and let me tell you, the best I could figure out on those scones, they were 16 points each. I'm on the green plan with 30 points. Do the math there. I had 2. So there's 32 points. And that's without anything else all day long. Anything else at the tea. So I obviously had to dig into my weeklies. I'm very happy that I had weeklies. That was worth it to have the weeklies there. And I'm not a big one to jump into my weeklies typically in the past, but I was determined this time. I said, I'm enjoying this, and I'm dipping into them. So I I planned that, and then I thought I could easily have like a 0-point dinner once we get home. But then a little blip happened, really nice one. But while we were at tea, some friends of ours texted me and said, hey, we're going to dinner tonight. We'd love for the 3 of you guys to join us if you can. And it's right in our neighborhood. We have this, it sounds very shishi, but it's a club, but it's casual. It's a club, but it has really good food, lots of variety of food. And I wanted to see these friends. They're super nice. And Meredith, my daughter Meredith, is going back to college, so it would be nice to have dinner with them. So of course we said yes. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to do this? But I figured it out, and I figured it all out. It was going to be, half of this like salad that was 0 points, and I would put dressing on the side, and then the soup that was a little bit light. I could have a cup of soup, and I'd be fine. Well, oh my goodness. At this restaurant, we have, and this sounds so like pretentious, and it's not at all, but we have these wine lockers. You could tell wine is a big deal there. And you can buy bottles of wine from them and put them in the lockers. And we have one, and then our friends have one. And so when you go to dinner, instead of like ordering a drink, you can get one out of your locker. And so that's what we did, of course, right? Because we're sitting right next to them. And wine doesn't have 0 points. So there I was. So I tracked it, and I was still in my weeklies. I was fine. At the end of the day, it was fine. I didn't go off plan, but I know I could have done better weight-wise today, because today was my week that I was back on Weight Watchers officially, and I decided to weigh at home to see what was, sorry guys, this is just nuts here. I don't know, everyone's out today. But just to see what it looked like. I had weighed Thursday at my meeting, but today was the day I officially started, so I said I'm going to weigh, and I have one of those scales that matches Weight Watchers. And I know they tell you not to weigh at home, only to weigh at Weight Watchers, which would be great if I could do that, but I like weighing at home occasionally. So I said I'm going to weigh today, since it's officially my week on Weight Watchers. And I did, and I was still happy. I've lost 5 pounds total for the week. Very happy. I know. Well, as you could probably figure out there, I turned a corner and the camera flew off the dash. So much for that. I've got to figure this out. I'm going to turn another corner up here. So it might happen again. But what I was saying is I've lost 5 pounds the first week. Very, very happy with that. I know it probably could have been a little bit more if I didn't have those little shenanigans of last night, but that's life. And I still did fine. So now I'm going to buy this stuff, and we will hopefully stay on track this week. I do have a couple of challenges this week. I said this week coming up I didn't see any challenges. Well, I totally forgot that I am going to a friend's house tomorrow, and she is a gourmet chef, and she really looks forward to this, and she makes these unbelievable meals for four people. Voice, try to say that. For 4 people, 4 other people, and she's invited my daughter to come as well tomorrow, and we're supposed to play like this card game, and last time we didn't even play the card game because we were eating and drinking, and yeah, it just sounds like that's all I do, I know, but she knows I'm doing Weight Watchers, but I'm not expecting her to change anything at all for me, so I'm just going to have to accommodate. I have very low points plan for the rest of the day, and I know this sounds like a repeat from yesterday, but that is what I'm planning, and I think I will be able to control that a little bit better. So that's a little bit of a challenge. It should be fun though. And then on Tuesday I realized I signed up for this Hess wine tasting. If any of you know wine, you probably have heard of Hess, and I signed up for it because I like their Chardonnay, and it's a fun thing to do. It's a social thing to do, and that's why I live in the neighborhood we live in, because we like the social pieces. honestly, that is one of my biggest challenges, and I think that's one of the reasons I've gained all my weight back, because I am very social and I like to do these things, and they always involve food and wine. So I'm trying to figure out a way to balance all of that and still stay on WW, still continue to see a weight loss, and I'm feeling good about it just because at least I'm tracking everything. And before, when I was just, it was a free-for-all, you know. It was like, oh yes, you know, let me buy this, or let me, you know, yeah, I'll taste this, I'll drink that, with no consequences, because I didn't track anything. So that's not going to happen. I'm tracking everything now. And here I am, I'm pulling into the grocery store. You probably can see Walmart maybe in the background, I'm not sure. But we'll see how it goes here in the store, and maybe I'll give you an update if I have anything exciting to show you guys. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Okay, I survived the trip to Walmart on a Sunday. January, what is this, 5th? Holy cow, I do mean survived. And not just the shopping piece. I think everyone shops on Sunday, and I think a ton of people have been off. And now they're thinking they've got to get back in the groove. The positive is, it seems like all of us were looking for healthy options when we're shopping. I should take that shadow off. Oh well. Because, oh my goodness, it was taking forever. Everyone was looking at labels, which, you know what, I can't complain, because I was doing the exact same thing. So I'm excited. I've got everything on my list. I won't go through it all, but the two things probably that I'm the most excited about are those breadsticks, and they're called cheesy breadsticks, and they come in a package of, looks like 12 from the deli section. And even the checker, when I was checking out, said, wow, these look great, I can smell them. So I'm excited to try that tomorrow night for dinner. So I'll show you that. I'll put it on my Instagram, or I'll do a video or something like that on it. So check out my Instagram too. Weight Watchers, or excuse me, www.after50 is Instagram, by the way. So I'm just getting that going. And the other thing has nothing to do with food, but I'm very excited about it. And I sound super cheap here when I say this, but I, well, you know, this is after 50. I have like these brown spots, age spots, whatever you want to call them. And I know there's some things I could have done that are a little pricey to get rid of them, and I may end up doing that one day. But I'm trying to hide them right now. And a friend of mine told me about this stuff, Jane Iredale, this primer, and she said it would just take it all away. You know, you could easily not see them after putting that on my face. So I was like, oh. So I went and checked it out, and it's about, I think it's $48 or $50 a little tube, but she said the tube would last forever. So I was like, all right. Well, long story, I won't go into it, but I always check this one site for makeup and skincare to see what they think. And they suggested, they liked it, which was good, but they also suggested trying this primer from Maybelline, and they said it would be $9, and they said it's the same thing. So I went, really? But, you know, hey, I'm all about a bargain here. So I found it at Walmart, and it was $7.88. It's in a little tube. Of course, I don't know what the name of it is. It's primer. I don't know. They have 4 different kinds. I bought the kind that I was told to buy. But I'm excited. $7.88 versus $48. I think it's worth a shot. So I'm excited to try that out. I found it there. But other than that, it was a decent trip. I survived, and I'm ready to go for the week. So there you have it. I survived my first week on WW. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling in control, which is what I like. Even if I had a couple of days that were challenging, I still tracked it, and I just feel better about things. And I know I can go into this week, which I thought was going to be an easy week, but it's going to be a challenging week as well. But isn't that life? All of us have different reasons things are challenging, and we just get through it. We just plan for it and track it. So that's what I'm planning on doing this week, and I will talk to you soon with some more WW information and let you know how I am doing on this journey. Hope you guys have a great day.